Deathtrap, a thriller in 2 acts, 1 set, 5 characters. A juicy murder in Act 1, unexpected development in Act 2, sound construction, good dialogue, laughs in the right places, highly commercial.
Oh, that's wonderful, darling. I'm happy for you. Happy for us both.
Happy? Why on earth would you be happy?
It's yours, isn't it? The idea you had in August.
The idea I had in August does not away of the idea I had in June, and the idea I had whenever it was before then. In the fireplace, up the chimney, and out across Fairfield County. Pollution in its most grisly form. This came in the mail today. Property of Clifford Anderson is one of the twerps who attended my seminar. Dear Mr. Brew, I hope you don't mind my sending you my play Deathtrap, which I finished retyping at 2 o'clock this morning. Since I couldn't have done it without the inspiration of your previous work and the guidance and encouragement you gave me last summer, I thought it only fitting that you be the first person to read it. If you find it even 1/10 as good as one of your own thrillers, I will consider my time well spent and the fee for the seminar more than highly recompensed.
That's nice.
No, it isn't as wholesome. Later Steve's the carbon copy, the local Xerox machine is on the fritz, and I couldn't stand the thought of waiting a few days to send off my firstborn child off to its spiritual father, my italics as a medics. If you have any questions, please call or write to me as soon as possible, etc., etc. Son of a bitch even types well. I think I remember him. Enormously obese fellow, a glandular condition, 400 pounds. I wonder how I got my address.
From the university.
Probably.
Is it really that good? His first play.
It can't miss. Gifted directors didn't even hurt it. Been around for years. Stock and amateur rights for feeding, clothed generations of Andersons. You can easily be opened up for a movie. With George C. Scott and Liv Ullmann.
And Trish Van.
There's a heart in it for her too. The damn thing's perfect.
I think you'd be proud one of your students has written a salary play.
For the first time in 11 years of marriage, darling, drop dead.
My goodness.
I'm green with envy. I'd like to beat the writer over the head with that mace there. Bury him in a 400-pound hole somewhere and send the thing off under my own name to David Merrick or Hal Prince. Now there's the best idea I've had in ages.
Oh, my poor Sydney.
I mean, what's the point of owning a mace if you don't use it once in a while?
You'll get an idea of your own soon enough, and it'll be better than that.
Oh, don't bet on it. Not that you have any money to bet with.
We're doing just fine in that department, not one creditor beating at the door.
Oh, but for how long? I've just about cleaned you out, haven't I?
We just about cleaned me out, and it's been a joy and delight every step of the way. Your next play will just have to be a chicken snatch.
Oh, thanks. That's what I need. An ease of the pressure.
Why don't you call it to Mary's attention? Get a commission of some sort.
Oh, finder's fee, you mean?
That's what it's called.
A great and glorious 1%. Maybe 1.5.
But better yet, why don't you produce it yourself? You have enough experience in productions, and it might be a beneficial change of pace.
Darling, I may be devious and underhanded enough to be a successful murderer, but not, I think, a Broadway producer. One must overestimate one's talents.
Elaborate. Give it a professional touch, a little reshape the game sharp.
That's an actual possibility.
I'm sure you'd be thrilled with the chance to work.
It's good 50-50.
And you can get top billing.
Naturally. Reverse alphabetical order, my dear boy. It's done all the time.
On a basis of who you are.
Sydney, 4 flops rule.
Sydney, author of the Murder Game Rule.
Oh, the murder game. I forgot about that one. Back in the days of King Arthur, wasn't it?
Not quite that long ago.
18 years, love. 18 years, each one flying by faster than the last. Nothing precedes like success. That is a good one, isn't it? Maybe I can work it in somewhere. It has been after you say it. Precedes is E-D-E, right?
Yes. You see, you wouldn't do it.
Give it the Sydney rural flair. Lowe's impossible.
Call him now. Where does he live?
Oh,
Bain Cottage for 6 months. Paul Weiner's doing a book on the case of the purse standing for 15 minutes.
Oh, I thought that he was finally just coming out of the closet.
See what a fine murder you'd be. Oh, the tender was practically on the doorstep and he managed not to hear about it.
Oh, that does give one pause.
Oh, well, it certainly should. And Tom Weston had her for dinner last week, and she told Tom about his back aches and his investments in silver, and his father's thing for tall women. And then she told Nan that their olive hair girl was going to leave, which she did 2 days later. And she bought a pair of keys that Nan lost in 1969. They were for the clothes drive.
She's in my big product.
Right over yonder, I'm looking at our lips on the radar just this minute.
Well, it seems that Mr. Anderson has himself a collaborator. Not that I really believe in ESP.
The police are very tracing too. That's half the reason why she's here. She's supposed to be arresting, pointing at murder.
Wait a minute! The fat one didn't say the full week. And his name was Quinn or Quincy. Anderson. Maybe he was the one with the awful stare.
Easy way to find out.
Yes, I guess you're right. I'm warning you now, this could be a 3-hour-long conversation. Busy. What's for dinner?
Salmon.
Again?
Yes, Sydney. Would you actually kill someone for a successful play?
Oh, don't be foolish, darling. Of course I would. Spoken in jest, Miss Tendor.
It's Mrs. She's yours.
No wonder. Who could stay married to a woman with ESP? Well, don't fix me with that basilisk stare. Whatever a basilisk happens to be. Wouldn't you like to go and decide he's again secure in the knowledge that we won't be seated in the kitchen? Do you know how much a play like this Gannett is offering in this day and age? $2 million. And that's not including the Deathtrap t-shirts. That's not voted for murder. I don't know what it is. I just wish you hadn't told me about her. Here we go. Yes, is this Clifford Anderson? Sydney Poole. As a matter of fact, I finished reading it in the last 15 minutes or so, and I must say, in all sincerity, you have got an enormously promising first draft. I was actually saying to my wife Maya here that the right reshaping, touching it up in the right places, maybe working in a few laughs, you'd be right up there with Sleuth and the murder game and the dilemma. It has the makings, as we say. Oh, yes, I should think you would be. I thought the murder game was finished first time around, but then someone with much more experience in the theater department took it in hand and revised it with me. Improved it tremendously, I don't mind admitting. George S. Hoffman. He didn't actually take credit for it. God knows I urged him to, but he was in bad debt at the time, and I didn't want anyone knowing that he had a share of the royalties, but that's not the point. I would like to know what others have thought of Deathtrap. Oh, really? No one at all? Well, that's quite flattering, but surely someone has read it. Your friends, your wife, some of the tour people who are at the seminar? I see. That sounds ideal. Complete isolation, and all you have to do is check the thermostat and one of the planets. I'm surprised you've only written one release since July. I had to fire off, there's one by now. I am a marvelous thriller about a woman with ESP based on the life of Helga Tendor, Dutch psychic. It's called The Frowning Wife. But that's only a working title. I'll have to think of something jazzier than that. Incidentally, I love Deathtrap, the title as well as the play, or the promising first draft, I should say. Oh, I do far too many to go over the phone, but how about this? We could meet up, and then we could go over it scene by scene. You could drive down, it's actually not very far. Well, how about this? You could take the train down, and I can meet you at the station and run you over. You'd have a devil of a time finding us. We live out in the woods. I've just sent out flares every time we're expecting people. But yes, do. I'll his car's in for repairs. He's house sitting for a couple there in Europe. He's unmarried.
You think it'd be open to the idea of collaborating?
Yes, I would think so. Was George S. Hoffman even alive when the murder game was? Yes? Yes? Yes. What's the next one? That's too early. After that? Ah, that's too late. How about this? There's a 7:29, and then an 11 or something that I'm sure stops in Milford. And when you come down, could you please bring the original copy with you? The carbon is a bit hard on these burial eyes. Good. Oh, and Terrence? May I call you Terrence? What? Why not? Oh, God, I'm sorry. Clifford! Clifford! I may be a few minutes late. Clifford, I have some errands to run, but I'll be along eventually in a navy blue Mercedes. Right. Goodbye. Think he's one without obvious defects.
What errands do you have to run?
Didn't you say something about library books? Picking them up or dropping them off?
No, I did.
I thought you did. Anyways, the Xerox machine has been fixed, but I thought it'd be best if you waited a few days in case I had any small suggestions to make. No one else has read it. No one even knows he's been working on it.
And no one will see if you come up.
Well, the thought did cross my mind. I'm so in the habit of penning crimes on paper.
Why did you ask me to bring the original copy?
You heard me. Carlin is a strain, and it would just be easier to have 2 copies. I don't want him leaning over my shoulder for 2 hours exhaling cheeseburger.
I'm sure he has my carbon file boys somewhere.
More than likely. And all his notes and outlines. Opening night of my dazzling triumph, his gray-haired mother comes down the aisle accompanied by the Westport and Milford Police Departments. Yes? Oh, how are you, Lottie? No, I don't think so. I have an idea I've been working on, and I don't want to lose touch with it. Myra might want to go, though. I'll ask her. They're going to go see the fancy French thing at Climax, too. I dropped you off on the way.
No, I want to see it. Last night.
Yes, Lottie, Myra will have to pass too. She's feeling a bit under the weather. Give us a report on it tomorrow, will you? Right. Goodbye. You don't have to stand guard over me. I only kill when the moon is full.
Why'd you lie just then? Why didn't you tell you it's coming from another?
Is it any of their business? I don't know why. It's not just a lie.
Doing the school lesson. Except for a sliver down the bottom.
Really? Then I guess I'll just exercise a massive self-control. I remind myself of the other copy, which most certainly exists.
Not that silly. Would you? Could you?
Oh, probably not. Probably I'd chicken out. Instead of committing murder on paper siphons off hostile impulses, and I'm sure it does. Still, it does open one to the idea of committing real murder. Just as owning a weapon and handling it opens one slightly to the idea of using it. But there's a world of difference between a paper victim and a real one. Now, I'm sure Mr. Anderson will leave here in the exact same state of health which he arrived. Manuscript clutched in tiny, or large, or relatively normal hand. You know, it actually crossed my mind that this whole thing could be a good idea for a play. Managing playwright undergoing a grad period sent a newly patched play by one of the workers who attended his seminar. It's a possible opening. That is, if it's highly commercial and the playwright is room full of weapons.
But then you know.
I shall. Pity he's got the title Deathtrap. Actually, it was built in 1794, but our birth was out of 9, so I just backdated it 10 years.
It's a beautiful house.
Oh, the Historical Society had things.
Hello.
This is Clifford Anderson here, my wife, Milo.
Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Man, that is getting to work.
Room working?
How'd you guess?
My flight and all these monsters. Is that the mace that was used in Murderous Child?
Yes, and the knife is from the murder game. Careful, it's sharp. Trick 1 was substituted in Act 2.
You for the kill?
Yes.
I understand why that play didn't rock.
Critics' opinion might be the answer to that.
Was the train late?
No. Mr. Bull was. Train was on time.
I had to stop and get gas, and Frank insisted on following the spark plugs.
Do you know that Gun Punk was the first play I ever saw? I had this Aunt May York. I came in on the train one Saturday. By myself, another person. Harper. She took me to the matinee. I was 12 years old.
If you're trying to depress me, you made it.
How? Oh, I'm sorry, but that's how I got hooked on thrillers.
Angel Street did it to me. Bella? There's that grocery bill, eh? What have you done with it, you poor wretched creature? How's it be?
Sounds like a disease to me, being passed down from generation to generation.
It is a disease. Thrilleritis, malignus. The fever pursuit of the one set 5 character moneymaker.
Oh, I'm not pursuing money. Not that I wouldn't like to have some, so I have a place like this to work in, but that's not why I wrote that chapter.
There's still another case.
It's not a disease. It's a superbly challenging theatrical framework in which every possible variation seems to have been played out. Can I conjure up a few new ones? Can I start an audience that's been on Angel Street, that's witnessed the prosecution, that's played the murder game?
Lovely speech. Thanks for saving me for last.
I was coming to salute.
I stopped you.
So am I. I'm a little euphoric about all that's happening.
That's what you should be.
Would you like something to drink?
Yes, please. You have some ginger ale?
Yes, Sydney Scotch.
No, dear, I believe I'll have ginger ale as well.
Those aren't all from your plates, are they?
Oh, God, no. I haven't written that many. Friends give them to me from time to time, and probably antique shops. I actually found this in Richmond the other day. 18th century. German.
Beautiful.
As you can see, I'm taking very good care of my spiritual child, lock and key.
I have the original.
Thank God. I really should be wearing glasses, but the doctor says the longer I wait, the better off I am. Here you are.
Not the binder, but the Xerox.
No, next one, never mind.
I also have the rough draft. There's a scene between Diane and Carlo in Act 1, which I may be wrong to cut, and the Diane and Richard scene starts earlier, before the no problems back.
How many copies do you have?
Just the one. It's a mess, but I think you'll be able to decipher it, if you'd like to read those two scenes.
I would, by all means. I had a feeling there was a Diane and Carlo scene that I wasn't seeing. Before the murder?
Yes, I was afraid the act went too long.
What else do you have in there?
Oh, the outline, which I retarded from considerably. I meant it the way you suggested. A page per scene, with belief. And some lines I jotted down and never got to use.
Threw away the ones you did use as you used them?
Yes.
Same way I work.
It was all in one envelope, so I just grabbed it when I left. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks.
2-hour walk from the station, so I had to leave right after the call.
2 hours?
I walk longer than that. I'm one rider who's not going to get flabby. I work out with weights every morning. I came this close to making it a decathlon here.
Oh, wow, really?
Well, listen.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm on the Olympic sloth team. Gold medal. Fall asleep in any position. It's a death trap.
Deathtrap.
Deathtrap. It'll be toasted with much more than thrill someday. Sydney's right about it, which I'm sure he is.
I hope so. Toasted it with beer the other night.
Oh, we have something to wrap
No, no, this is my thing.
Are you planning on staying in here, Myra?
Yes.
Do you think I overdid the set description? Put the exact location for every piece of furniture?
That was that description. Let's see. I don't remember anything wrong with this. No, this is perfect. Couldn't be better. Certainly designed beautifully. Electric?
No, I can't see electric typewriters. There's a power failure, you can't work.
That's the whole point of owning one. Now, the real problem I find with Zenobia here at any rate is that you can only type one decent copy. The second copy is so muddy it's almost illegible. You don't have that problem
Mr.
with...
Anderson, Sydney has some wonderful ideas for improving the play.
I'm sure it does. I'm looking forward to hearing them.
Darling, couldn't you do that in the living room?
There's no good work life in it.
I seem to recall a crazily cheerful light next to it so bright with reading engravings of Bibles on pinheads.
It's too bright. I'll be quiet.
Darling, this is Clifford's first play, and I would think you would want our conversation to be private, wouldn't you? Oh, don't be embarrassed to say so.
No, I don't mind. In fact, I like it. It makes me feel a little less as another summons to the principal's office.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry if I awed you.
You do. All those plays and things you say. I never thought of calling my typewriter anything but Smith Corona.
As long as it answers.
You're welcome to read the play too, Miss Doodle, if you'd like to.
I would.
I'm interested to see how women are going to react to Diane's decision. About the gun.
Sydney was telling me that at dinner. They left all surprising and
Good, you shouldn't. I think that was the trouble with Murder Shop, if you'll forgive me for saying so. From the opening curtain, it was so obvious that Dr. Mannheim was going to bash poor Teddy. I mean, the audience should suspect, yes. They shouldn't be absolutely certain, should they? Doesn't that seem to diminish the suspense?
Now, you may have a point there. I just wish that you mentioned over the phone that you wanted Myra to read it. I would have asked you to bring the other car, but she should be reading it right now when we have our talk.
I didn't know she'd be interested. Anyways, I don't have one.
You don't have another carbon?
I only brought the one. I thought I'd be some rocks the original as soon as I was through.
Oh, of course. There's no need for 2 or 3 copies in the age of Xerox.
She can read this one. We can pass the pages back and forth. Or I can sit next to you.
Wait. Let me think. I want to think for a minute.
Mr. Anderson, like I said, Sidney has some wonderful ideas for improving the play. I've never seen him so enthusiastic. He gets plays in mail all the time. Finished plays, ready for production supposedly. From agents, from producers, from aspiring playwrights. And this last is the most disparaging thing you could ever imagine. I know he could improve your play tremendously, make it run for years and years, and make more than enough money for everyone concerned.
Is that what you meant by I'll be quiet?
I won't be quiet. I'm going to say something that's been on my mind since the phone conversation. It's very wrong of you to expect Sidney to read his hard-fought knowledge that before the door closed, the seminar is still in session.
He offered.
And it's very wrong of you to have offered to give it to me. I'm the one in this household whose eye is on the shepherd. I'm the one whose feet is on the ground. And I'm going to offer something to you, Sidney, and I want you to give it your most grave and thoughtful and earnest consideration. Can you do that for me? Will you do that for me, Sidney? Put aside your play about Helga Temple. Yes, put aside your play about Helga Temple and how she finds murderers. And help Mr. Anderson with his way. Put it aside. That's the reasonable, sensible thing to do. Yes. Put Anderson and Sidney Gould. Unless Mr. Anderson thinks with the difference to your age and reputation, and it'd be the other way around.
That is a shock. Put aside the drowning wife.
I thought it was frowning.
Drowning? No. What kind of time would that be? The drowning wife is what I'm calling it now. Such a timely play.
But it will stay, Sidney. We'll both side with him, point at someone and say that this man killed that man. Put it aside. Please. Do for Mr. Anderson what George S. Kaufman did for you.
Yes, that is very interesting. How does it grab you?
Oh, wow. I suddenly feel as though I'm on the spot.
You have really. Mine was put us both there.
I just felt you brought up before anything was to happen.
Yes, right. Quite right. What's your name, Elizabeth?
Well, first of all, I'm overwhelmed, really honored, staggered. Sidney Gould to be considered, setting aside one of his own plays to work with me on mine. I mean, there I was sitting in that theater when I was 12 years old. Who would think that one day I'd be here, weighing the chance?
We get just as a passage.
It's a golden opportunity that I think God will seize with both hands.
Yes, you should.
But here's the thing. It's as if I went to a doctor, one of the world's leading specialists. He recommended surgery. Well, even with our respect for his eminence, I would still want to get a second opinion, wouldn't I? I'm sure your ideas are terrific, but you're right, Mrs. Gould. It wouldn't be fair for me to hear them without some sort of arrangement or understanding. Right now, without having heard them, I think Deathtrap is pretty good as it is. Not perfect, certainly. You guys could use a little fine-tuning. I don't think it needs surgery. What I ought to do, I think, is to call some cops tomorrow morning, send them off to some of the agents you recommended. If they think, too, that it needs major rewriting, I'll be coming back here begging to do what Mrs. Gould suggested. I'll be willing to make whatever arrangement you think is right. The same one we've had with Mr. Kaufman, I guess. I hope I haven't offended you.
Not at all.
Mr. Anderson, what agents knows about contracts, but they don't know.
Myra, please, don't beg him. Both of them, he has buffed the Indies here, and you and I are Mr. and Mrs. Jean Lafitte.
I would never think anything like that. I'm grateful that you're willing to go out of your way to help me.
But I'm not really. Now that I think about it, I would never put down a place such as timely and inventive as the drowning wife to do wet nurse Who knows, I might hit a snag. It's happened once or twice before.
Thank you.
Though I doubt I shall. I've already finished the outline, and I'm almost halfway done. Getting started on my next play based on the life of Harry Houdini. My please. Clever doesn't want to steal someone's idea. You wouldn't do that, would you?
Of course not.
See? Magic is very in right now. Just look at the success of the magic show. Houdini's always been an idol of mine. Interred his handcuffs. Created all of his own magical apparatus. Did you know that?
Go away.
Magnificent craftsmanship. Here, have a look.
Sydney, please.
Sit down, Myra! He's an honest young man. Will you stop getting all fired and suspicious of everyone who walks through that door? We had a nasty incident a couple years ago. A plagiaristic playwright whose name I won't even mention. He's gone away of his maker. Ever since Myra here gets so all fired suspicious, if I even so much as mentioned the language that I'm writing in. Have a look at those. They're quite remarkable.
Looks so old.
Yes, apparently solid and escape-proof.
Certainly seem that way.
Be my guest.
You mean put them on?
Yes, that's what I mean when you're holding my prized pair of $1,200 Houdini handcuffs, and I say, be my guest. Come on.
$1,200? Whew.
Now, there's a simple trick to getting out of them. You simply turn your wrist like this, press, and pull. No, you didn't do it right. You got to do one quick motion. Turn, press, pull, all in one.
No, it's not opening.
Well, now that's odd. They opened for me yesterday morning. It's not a question of whether or not they got away.
It's not opening.
No matter. I have a key around here somewhere. Don't go on, Foster. You're liable to ruin it.
Sorry.
Key. Alright, a little brass key.
Do you know this can make a good thriller? Good, I mean it.
How so?
Well, the young playwright since his first play to the older playwright conducted a seminar that the younger playwright attended. No one else has read it. And then the younger playwright visits the older playwright to get some ideas for rewrites. And he brings along his original copy, all of his notes and everything. Of course, you have to have the Xerox breaking down to explain why there were only 2 copies. And the playwright would be a very good one. One the young playwright wrote, I mean. And the older playwright would have nothing much going for him at the time.
An enormous concatenation of unlikely circumstances, don't you think?
Yes, maybe, but we've almost got it here, haven't we? The only difference is you've got the Houdini play and the drowning wife. Deathtrap probably isn't worth killing for. I'll bet nobody even saw me getting into your car.
There you are. Look, the second play problem.
I think you would turn into something fairly interesting. What do you think, Mrs. Poole?
I don't like it. It frightens me.
I wonder if I could have left it up here somewhere.
Oh, I forgot to mention. I'm expecting a phone call any minute now. There's a girl who's coming to see me at 8:30. That's around what time it is now, isn't it? And I couldn't reach her before I left, so I left a note in the hall mirror telling her where I am and giving her the number. So she'll know what train I'm taking that. She can read up the station. Once more I walk the day, it's just about enough for me. So I hope you find the key soon, or I should have to hold the phone for me.
How is she going to get in to read the note?
She has a key.
We're not a very conscientious house, sir.
She's honest.
You said on the way here you didn't know anyone in Milford except for a few tradesmen.
She's from Hartford. Her name is Maria Kolosky. She teaches at Kirk Middle School. Phys Ed.
Where's the number? It's not listed.
They gave it to me at the university. I'm friendly with Mrs. Beecham.
Beecham?
Short right away, they do the eye shift.
Well, I certainly hope they gave you the right number. Our receiving caller was boring the 2 of us when I had changed. Didn't notify you of calling. What number do you have? 226-3049 or 226-5457. Which one is it?
It's the first one, 3049.
A new number. I must have notified the university and forgotten about it. How strange and how untypical of me.
Will you go on looking for the key, please?
Yes. finding the key. Suppose the two of you thought that I was going to grab that mace there and pull a Dr. Mannheim. Clifford.
You can't write a play like that without having a mind that envisions possibilities.
True, very true. What's your excuse, though, loving and trusting wife? 11 years of marriage, and she thinks I'm capable of a flesh and blood murder. There's a lesson for you in that, Cliff. Uncuff yourself. Deathtrap is promising, but it's not that promising.
I'm glad it isn't.
No, I think your best invention so far is the name Marietta Lenovsky. That's beautiful. I congratulate you.
Thanks.
Mrs. Beecham's eyeshadow, I thought, was a bit much.
I was exactly trying to convincing me to go strike. Should strike you.
Oh, ye gods, then. Houdini himself put them up in a milk can under 10 feet of water, and you're telling me you can't. One point for neatness. Your heart's We'll give it a rest in the Riviera after it opens. We'll get a housekeeper. It'll take the stress off. We'll get another cot too. Rolls.
We're going to prison.
A young would-be playwright walks away from his house-sitting job. Police won't even bother to yawn.
And he takes his clothes and his typewriter?
Who can figure these young people nowadays? Especially the writers. Who knows? His house might have been broken into and poor Smith Corona stolen.
What are you going to do with him?
Bury him. Behind the garage. No, in the vegetable patch. Easier digging. Oh, go have a brandy or something. I'm going to be a winner again. All of our friends are going to see you living off of my money. Picture their confusion. The full moon out tonight. Would you help me drag him? It's over, Myra. There's no point in me getting a hernia. Thank God it's not a fat one. Make one a double. I've got myself a bit of a chill. Not to mention the incipient blisters, the aching arms, and tiny devils poking pitchforks into what I believe to be my lumbago. The murderous trial that Dr. Mannheim very teddy in 45 minutes. In the future, I guess I'll know better. I have a feeling you're about to deliver a speech. Can you at least wait until I've poured myself a brandy?
I've intended to. I've learned something these 11 years of melodrama.
Good girl. Go.
I like the thought of living off of your money, but I can't relish the thought of living off the case. I try to take into consideration your disappointments and embarrassments in the financial situation, but I can't. I don't know how you can feel like a winner when we both know that it's his to play. You're alien to me, Sydney. And it can't be since only 5 o'clock this afternoon. You must have been very different from the person that I thought you were. The police will be as
did come, I'll simply say that he wrote to me. I quirky little letter asking for advice, and I answered him. Or maybe I just threw it away.
In a few months, we haven't been arrested. I want you to leave. How do we fight in people's living rooms? We'll just about money or something. You can write them for us. And then you'll move out. I wish you could take the best of Patch with you. Because you can't. You'll buy it from me. When the money starts rolling in. For the Rolls Royce and the Riviera. You'll buy the vegetable patch, the house, the whole 9.3 acres. We'll get Troy Buck and a mortgage to set us a fair price.
Darling, you had a very shocking and...
Get away from me!
You've had a very shocking and painful experience. And so have I. I'm terrified that I'll be caught and absolutely guilt-ridden that I was insane enough to do it. I'm going to get half the money from your wrongfully, I swear on it. This isn't the time to talk about anything. Given time, when we're both ourselves again, things will be looking much cheerier.
But you are yourself right now. So am I. I can't think that. Go ahead. You wrote me a twerpy letter, officer.
Oh, it must be Lottie and Ralph. I'm to yammer on about the movie.
It's probably about the 10 road.
What makes you say that? It's Lottie and Ralph, Tim. We've got to let them in. If you face them right now, maybe you should wait upstairs.
No. I'll stay here and look at where they'll fall apart.
Coming! Who is it?
I'm your neighbor. It has to be Jane. Please, will you let me come in? Just urgently to speak to you. All information. And let me come in. I'm trying to call one. Please, will you let me come in?
Yes, come in.
It's one of those so late to come, but you'll forgive what I keep explaining. Yeah. It's room I see. Beans and window like salt. Oh, pain! Oh.
We're neither of us up to snuff at the moment.
Just as I see. Oh, I used to keep such painful things.
A playwright from the plays I've written.
Yeah, Cindy Rule. Oh, why we make together.
My wife, Myra.
It's such pain here. It's nothing really. No, something you see pains you. Paul Levin told you of me. I am the temple. I am psychic.
Yes, you did. In fact, we were going to
4
ask.
hours now for the painful here. More. Since April, we didn't do our work. I want it.
Yes, make a care of that, Myra.
These are purposes of what they want him for, I do not know. I call the information, but the lady coming up to me. I call Paul, but he is at home. He is in place with a red wall that he gave with chopsticks. I call the information again, and I say, you must give me number. I am not a tenor, I am psychic. She say, yes. I try, but all I see is 226, and that's everyone, yeah? So here I am now. This pain gets worse. And more than pain. More than pain. Yeah, there's something else. There's something frightful. No. You don't understand.
What, Will?
The three of you must keep the mind on the thought. Never think. Only when images become. Then I get wrong. It's used many times before, but it's all very good. It's only pretend.
That's amazing. He's from a murder game, and he was used every night by a beautiful dark-haired actress.
We'll use you by woman. Not in play, but because of. Because of play, another woman will use this knife. To play such things.
Yes, I think I will. In a month or so, I'll send off the whole collection. Tired of them anyways.
Maybe too late. I do not enjoy to make unhappy people, but I must speak when I see something, yeah?
Well, I don't know. You could keep quiet. You're not in your native country, are you? You're supposed to be resting.
Must speak. It's like God gives gifts.
Deathtrap. Is word in English, Deathtrap.
Yes.
It's the title of the play that I've been working on. There's a death in it, and I'm sure that's what you're responding to. I work here at desk.
Maybe. Feels more like you.
Well, I try to be consistent, act everything out as I write it.
Man. In boots. Young man. Here in this room, he attacks you.
He is asking me.
With one of those, he comes as friend to help you, to work with you. Cats. Fusion.
Well, I guess I'll just have to look out for a man in boots. We're both being Japanese from now on. Shoes off at the door.
He sits in this chair, next to a woman named Diane.
There's, Diane in the play.
Two other people. Smith, go on. No, one person. Small, black. Is in play small black man, Smith, go on.
Never heard the name before in my life.
Remember the things I told you. Nice little things to get my grip. Not in play, because of play. And the man in boots will account. Of these two things I have started on. In his lesson, I guess.
Yes. There wasn't any really.
What a marvelous gift.
He always had it.
Yeah, since I was a child. Never could I play a game with hidden will see. It was too easy, understand? My parents never brought Christmas presents. Everything paper. In my teenage years, walking with boys. Ugh, such images.
Would you like to have that drink now? I'd like very much to talk with you.
No, thank you. Let's get back to the house. You will come take dinner with me. I will tell you all about my life. Make a better list. When you were a child, you were living in a large house with yellow shoulder, yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Always when the moon is full by my pot. Well, good night.
Night.
Be careful. You,
Right. No books allowed. Good night.
good night. Oh, remember, Thursday night, birthday.
Of course. Well, if that's the best you can do, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
You're not afraid of danger, she saw.
Not especially.
We're going to be arrested.
If the police do get involved and bring her into it, and they likely would, well then, what of it? She'll have them prowling the area for a small black boy with two spools of ribbon. One here, going through his mouth.
But she saw him sitting here. She heard him speaking.
But she had the message backwards. You'll see, after time, you'll find that there is nothing to worry about. I couldn't help myself, Myra. See that play going into the world tomorrow morning? Seeing him sit there so young, so lucky. Don't decide yet about tossing the old boy out. And I just pray you don't get any ideas with the knife. Just a joke. Another one of her confused images.
Self-reflection.
I suppose I shall. Not all at once, though. It looked a little too suspicious. Amazing, isn't it? 18 years and Tanya's aura still permeates it.
Put it away somewhere.
Exit knife into desk.
I wanted you to do it. At the same time, I was terrified that you would. I wanted you to, but then I saw your face. And the money.
You tried to stop me. You did everything you could. You only helped me because I asked you to. You're so scared and in that habit that you couldn't say no. Whatever happens, there must never be any doubt of that. But nothing will go wrong. Pretty soon we're going to be celebrating my new triumph. Let's lock up, shall we? You know, they say in some places that murder is an aphrodisiac.
a jolly experience. How about that elegance indoor? Almost had a heart attack myself out there.
Same here.
Spooky. How she saw us when she was happy.
Yes, she had it backwards. She had you doing it with one of the weapons. God, that's a very confusing image. Not that it was really needed. I'd been telling everyone for days that Myra had been feeling under the weather. Extra information, I guess.
I'm going to get my things in.
No rush. Oh, I won't be calling the hospital for a few minutes now. We don't want any miracles of resuscitation now, do we?
What if that window comes back?
Can't think why she would. The pain has stopped now, hasn't it?
Yes, I thought of that.
I bet you're pretty relieved to hear my exit knife line.
Is that for my benefit?
Of course. I was going to suggest to Myra that she'd be the one putting it away. Had visions of you herring off into the woods, leaving me with a live wife, an imaginary corpse, and no surefire thriller to show for it.
I would never have done that.
I can't decide if I should burn these now or later.
Why burn them at all? They're old manuscripts.
True. We could tear them up and use the back for scrap. Now, what the hell? I'll just tell them that I was cleaning up my files from the Grim Reaper struck.
The closer you stay to the truth, the better off you are.
Oh, you are a fountain of only wisdom, little boy. Farewell, Deathtrap Act. Let that be worth a genuine article.
We can put my desk right here.
No, I've actually got a surprise for you.
Let me guess. I work in the maid's room.
Now would I do that to you? You're working right here as promised.
And what's the surprise?
You'll see after the obsequies. I hope you won't mind Zenobia here carrying along in a fire race. I think I am going to try something on ESP. That demonstration she gave was quite impressive.
I'm ready to get to work too.
I think similar.
No, I've got a better idea. Last week while I was cleaning out my office, I realized that there's a play there, in a typical urban welfare office.
Oh, Philip?
No. The truth is, I've begun to lose my interest in thrillers. I want to try something more honest, more relevant.
Even though you use those words, I'm going to let you stay here. You'll get your things. I'll go to the hospital now.
Right.
Yes? Is he there? Sidney Brule. B-R-U-H-L. My wife has just had a heart attack. There's no use in that. Did all I could. Yes, 226-3049. Send someone right away, please. Thank you.
I'll have to wait for tomorrow, and the typewriter.
Smith, Alona.
That was funny, wasn't it? On his way?
Answering service.
What do you know? How long do you think it'll take?
A couple of hours at least. They might want me to go with her.
Well, ciao.
Ciao. Oh, Cliff. The door up there creaks very badly, so get your things and pop into bed. And stay there.
I'll buy that.
Yes? Oh, yes, a bad one. A heart attack. Yes, she had been feeling under the weather for the past few days, and I told her she needed to go to the hospital, but